Okay. Just wait for that to go up. Okay, so now it's time for something completely different. I have no idea how this is going to go over. But you know, let's try it. Let's give it a go, and see how we fare with it. I mean, okay, so let me just explain what's going on the screen, because it's weird to me too, and I do understand that. So basically what we have here is RPG Maker VX Ace, and I have been dabbling around. I dabbled around with this many years ago, and combination of work and not particularly caring too much about it has kind of I don't know, it's kind of put on the back burner, and I thought I'm doing a lot of things this year and I want to try and stand out maybe, and maybe we'll go back to doing this hobby, because I don't know. I did this when I had time off work for like a couple weeks straight, and I found it so interesting. I need to say up front, I'm definitely not a developer. I'm definitely not a great programmer, but I do have a strong interest in game design, and some of my favorite games have been RPGs, and I've always wanted RPG Maker for a while because it looked interesting to sort of learn a few things. And yeah, so basically, so when I first got the game back then, I did a few like tutorials, and you know, pretty interesting. The best tutorial that I think on this is this one by Kesper called Ring of Urdai. And what it is, it's like a very simple and a very sort of self-contained adventure, just to sort of teach you the basics. And I thought, you know, now it's enough times passed where I feel like, hey, I've forgotten everything. So basically, I'm going to try and go through it all again now. And I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to go. But yeah, so we're just going to go through. I'm just going to go through this. I've already done. I think I've done this before, but I'm just going to go through it again, and then throw some changes in, and what have you. Because my idea for learning this was to do the tutorial, and then do a sort of second half away from the tutorial. You know, using what I've learned to make a better adventure and everything. So that's what I was doing before I put this on the back burner. So here we are. Here I am again. Going to give it a go. So, without further ado, so I know. So when you come back to something and you haven't been with it for a long time, you forget bits and pieces of it, and that is annoying, to be honest, because you know you have these like knowledge, you have some knowledge of it floating around in your head, but you don't really have the reference because you're not using the knowledge, so it's like a lot of unconnected neurons or what have you. So I'm gonna go slowly. Just go through it and just make sure that everything's all right. Then I'm going to sort of play through it and hopefully sort some stuff out, iron out any bugs, make sure everything's working okay, and then hopefully I can do that all today. And then next time, who knows, I could start working on it. But, well, we'll see. So, this is a very good guide. I gave... it was created in 2012, very long time ago, 8 years ago now. Man, I feel old, but don't we all? By Kelsper. I think if you search VX Ace Guides or VX Ring of Voodoo, then it should come up with a search and you should be able to find this PDF file. This file I had for a very, very long time, just sitting on my computer. So yeah, it should be floating around on the internet somewhere, as a lot of things often do. So, going through the introduction, he references another guide, which is also very good, but we won't be doing that one. So this is basically outlining how he's organised he or she has organised the information for us. And so yeah, so it's bold is the name of variable, switch or skill, or in general something to pay attention to. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Highlight text, something you pay attention to. Okay, so we can get started with the guide. So the story is the party of two characters. Yep, basically, I kept the names the same. Raphael and Tanner, cleric and a soldier. They travel to the island to fight a demon that's taken over, and they'll use everything at their disposal, including the titular Ring of Erdai. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. Well, it's too late now. So yeah, so hopefully we'll just go. So we just go through this. So the first one is that you go to Lost Woods. So these are the two starter quests that you're going to be, that I've designed using the tools. Just before I get into that, I just wanted to sort of go over the program as best as I know it. So basically, you get a lot of art assets here, and you just, depending on what map you're using, these assets will change. And so they're divided up in A, B, or C. C is like the smaller items. D is like more, got more windows and tracks and stuff. And then this B is mainly for the world map. So you got a few details here, and then you got A, which is mainly terrain. So that could be sort of world map or deeper into it. So you got like a bigger world map, then you got the smaller maps. Well, I say smaller maps, but you basically got so if I go to, so you got the world map here, then sub map is like the village, and basically that's like, I'm pretty sure that most of you would be familiar with any sort of RPG there, and so you can see basically that it's like you go to the world map, you go to a particular place, and then you go to a different map, and then you, depending on where you go, there are other sort of smaller maps as well, just like so. So yeah, so you get a bunch of tooltips to do it. I did buy a long time ago a lot of DLC for it. Not a lot of it fits in, so I haven't quite integrated into it yet. Maybe it's something I will look at for the future, but for now we're just going as is. So that's the basic of it. You got the world map, you got some tooltips you can put down, build maps, and it's got stuff there. Slightly spicier is the events section. So up here there's like two, one for the map, one for events. This allows you to put in sort of small sort of programs to tell the system what to do. So you can see these boxes here. Those are basically like, if the character walks on it, it will take them to another map. So say that it goes into this one here, then it would take them to the village of East Haven down here. And then based on other events, you can have different small cutscenes, and you can put in a load of stuff. You can also put in animation as well, which is pretty good. But yeah, this is all sort of basic stuff. And then you got the region map as well, so you can, well, basically if you got monsters and stuff, you can, let's see if I can show you. Well, actually, I forgot what regions do, but we'll find out together. That's the fun. That's the fun part of it. So going back to this. So basically, the quest that I've designed is to go to Lost Woods for the Ring of Viridai, and then go to the Demon Stronghold to kill the demon, who will be the final boss of the game, conquer evil, and live happily ever after. I mean, that's just very basic. And then you have subquest as well, where you acquire fourth party member by delivering a message, and then to Taran, and then in Taran as well, kill 5 slimes, blah blah blah. So it's giving you basically, I guess what this is, it makes you build a sort of vertical slice. Now what a vertical slice is basically when game designers build a game, they usually want to test a bunch of features all in one place. So say like they've got different systems, different AI behaviors, a lot of different stuff they want to test all at once. Then they only have to do it in one place, even if it's going to be more spaced out sort of thing. I think the most famous example that I know about is in Metal Gear Solid 3. There's a particular place on the map where basically... anyway, I'm rambling. In any case, this is a vertical slice in the sense that it's going to teach you a lot about the designing capabilities of RPG Maker, so you can sort of build your game, use the skills, and do it yourself, which is pretty interesting. So that's what the quest and subquest are done. Items and weapons, so you can build items in the game as well that do different properties and stuff. Like I said, RPG Maker is like I'll say it's basic, but at the same time it's very, very good for it. It's very good. It has a lot of what you need, a lot of you want to do to sort of tell different stories. And I'm just going to say this from the off. I mean, a lot of people now there are like a lot of people who make very rudimentary games in RPG. Try to sell it, and I think they're free to do that. I'm not sure how the licensing works out on that, like whether the developers behind RPG Maker, who developed the software, I'm just trying to checking who they are. One moment. Just checking just to see who. Yeah, so the developer is Vexed Enigma. So I'm not sure, and published by Dijika. So I'm not sure too much on how that all kind of works, but whatever. In any case, so they're basically, you see them on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and you kind of like, what, this is an RPG. Not even like making fun of the graphics. It's like more sort of, they can't. Yeah, it's just more sort of. It's very sort of basic. And if you are familiar at all with RPG Maker, then you can tell how much effort or not much effort somebody has put into that, and that's always funny to see. But saying that, there are really good RPGs that were released commercially that used RPG Maker, or I'm led to believe that they were built in RPG Maker. For example, you've got To the Moon, you've got Lisa, third example perhaps. I'll give you the third one. There is a third one. Yeah, Quintessence. That's it. Quintessence. These are actually real good, fleshed out games that are really pretty awesome. Like I say, I think indie developers are absolutely amazing for what they do. I don't have an inherent desire to be an indie developer, because it's just like it's a lot of time and effort, and I think they have skills that I don't. But like I said, I'm really enjoying this as a hobby, so I'm very happy to get back into it. So now, with that introduction out the way, I'm just going to go through this now real quickly, because it's like I've done this already, but there are still there are still like nuances that I'm not 100% sure about. So I kind of want to just go over it just to make sure that I've done everything properly. And it's going to refresh you as well. So like whenever you're coming back to something after a long time, do what you can to sort of stir up memories, refire those neurons, get your brain working so that you sort of remember different things, and that's what I'm hoping to do. So the first part is create a world map, which I've done. Blah blah blah. Right click on. Let's have a look. We're going to get started making a world map first, but you notice on the lower left there's a custom map which isn't exactly the best name. Okay, so yeah, so you can rename it by just going here, I believe. You go into map properties. Okay, so you can sort of rename it. That's what it's telling you to do, I think. But yeah, you can rename it. So that's been done, and then you can change the height and width. Let me just confirm that. I think that's all in map properties. And yep, you can change the width and the height. Music. This game, this has a lot of really fun music on here, so yeah, it's pretty good. I forget what I put for different stuff, so that's going to be interesting when I sort of play test this. So I actually can't wait to play test this. And then yeah, you get the different tile sets. So yeah, so I've already sort of drawn the world map here, so I've already sort of done that. So we can sort of skip past that part here. But yeah, this is what I was sort of explaining. So this is sort of like the world map sort of tool here. Making the second making the second part of it. So 2 towns, stronghold, big town, 2 ports. I'm trying to figure out, and then oops. I don't know, maybe surround this around like a moat perhaps. I wonder if you could do this as a sort of background. I don't know. Well, like there's a lot of sort of nuances that you can do with it as well, which is pretty interesting. Perspective stuff. So yeah, so that's how you sort of build it. We'll go back to the original world map. So I copied it exactly from the instructions here. So yeah, you've got the mountains here. You've got some different stuff. They've got an extra bit of sea here. I just sort of blocked it in. I don't think that matters too much. And then you put some stuff down. And then you go into East Haven and you do the same thing. Yeah, the tile sets are divided up into different ones. So we'll be going to Map Haven. You can choose whether it's an exterior, interior, or dungeon. It's got 4 sections as well. So that's what that means by that. So I've done that. No scroll type. Built it up. I tried to, once again, match it exactly with the fauna and all the other stuff here. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward to sort of build it. You just need to spend time on it. It's got some good advice as well to sort of scatter things out. Don't make it extremely uniform. Maybe have some... you can really sort of give it some personality. So like over here you got like the scarecrow, and someone dug a hole there, and there's the shovel. Just little details like that. Just make it more fun. It's all cosmetic, and it's all very good. It's all very good. And next you've got the buildings as well. So as I've done, I've also done that. This is the game I prepared earlier. But yeah, just going through it. Yeah, I do actually want to add a blacksmith at some point. Let's do it. Let's put a character in, but we'll do that later. We won't run. So yeah, so that's done. And then basic events. So yeah, so I was actually a bit nervous when I was looking about going into it, because I think I remember messing this up. So let's check to see if I did starting position correctly. Okay, starting position, blah blah blah, change the layer. However, you have to change the event finding mode. You can set on 2-barred, and you can set starting position and then choose player. So yeah, so he seems to be in the right place. Transfers are existing point of one per area to the next, and they'll be used on the world map now. Essentially act as teleports for moving one area, blah blah blah. Very easy to set up. Treasure fence. Okay. So yeah, so now I'm gonna sort of fix Taran, because there was actually a problem with this one, like leaving as well. So we're just going to do that again. And destination, we're going to want to go back to the world map from the south. And we're going to face down, and then that should be fine there. And then over here, we'll go out here and we'll face to the right, and then hopefully that works. Yeah, so I think when I was sort of testing this before the stream started, I think there was a bit of a problem there. So okay, so yeah, I've done that. I think that's thing. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna play test it. Yeah, I'm gonna play test it just to test if that's working. So yeah, you can choose the start screen, whatever. So play testing. Okay, so basically we already have a problem here. So I'm just gonna note it down. Player still visible. So we're gonna fix that later. Not gonna run ahead. It's fine. I'm just gonna fix that later. The first thing I'm going to test to see if I did it properly. Go back down. There we go. And then oh, great. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, that is fine. We just need to do this then. That's a quick fix. Okay, that's a quick fix. We'll delete that event. Nope. Just gonna do a quick event. Do a transfer, and we're gonna send it to Taran. We're gonna put it here. And face down. Okay. There is a way to sort of make him invisible, which I will do in a bit, but it's not really a big deal. Okay, so yeah, so cool. So you have, that's fine, and then when you go back out, that's alright. Again. Excellent. Now if you want to get fancy, you can put, like, depending on where they come in is where they're going to appear. So like if you're coming from the south, then go around. I'm just going to make them walk around a bit. Yeah, the music selection makes me laugh a bit, because it's like this is supposed to be some sort of real desert town, and it's like this calypso beat, and it's just like, okay, that's not really appropriate, is it, Levolution? I say I don't care. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So yeah, so we now do transfers. Brilliant. Alright, so moving on. So you can do doors as well, which I've done. And which are all animated, which is pretty good. Yeah, some good advice here about placement of it. Just making sure that I gave you a complete demonstration of that, because it's sort of like you put them in the wrong place and then it goes through. Anyway, so we locked the houses in village. We need to make sure doctor is locked. And you can put a graphic of the locked door and then do a chimney. Animate while moving and stepping and so on. So yeah, so let's go back to e-saving and then put in a new event. Put down what we'll do. We'll put down a chimney. Put down an extra chimney, shall we? And then so this house has 2 chimneys, and then I'll show you basically what it's talking about with the new event. There's one in general list for Steam and stuff. Just need to find out where it is. This will tell me. Yeah, other 2. That's where it is. And then you can have different types of smoke. There you go. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I did that properly. Let's have a look. Okay, so you need to check step in animation, so the event will happen even if it's not moving, and you can be walking, animate while moving. Okay, so I have to make sure. Yep, those 2 are ticked. That's fine. Moving on. Yeah, okay, and you can copy and paste them to different ones. That's fine. And then you can have the treasure chest as well, which I have in the first floor. No, second floor, sorry. And it will give 30 gold. That's alright. But yeah, so, and then it will say 30 gold has been found in the message. Very basic stuff. It's alright, it's pretty cool. Next one. Okay, so yeah, let's play test it just to see if everything's okay. Actually, I think I should save it. Yeah, that's no problem. Guy playing before the cutscene. I think it's very simple to solve, but I'm not. There's some dialogue. The screen moves. That's a pretty good one. Oh, that's not working though. Yeah, I checked it. Got some frozen smoke over here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's bound to happen. First, walking, step in. Oh, okay. Maybe I just do action button, and then it'll be step in as well. Apply. Okay, so that should be fixed. That should be fixed. I've completely forgotten how to do that. A little embarrassing. But, you know, it'll go, go for okay. Yeah, so it'll let you do signposts and stuff. And yeah, I think we should do a signpost in the forest. Just to make sure that I know how to do it. So there's a character called Julian, and in my thoughts of like sort of extending the game beyond that, I thought, yeah, let's do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to build a sign here. He has a secret shadow over here, so we'll just put a sign in that says like "Keep out Julian's liquor" or something. So do that. So okay, so we need to place a signpost, which is simple enough. It's in one of these. We don't need a snow-covered signpost. We just need one like that. And we need to go back to this one so we can place it down, which we will, like so. I was wondering whether I should just have it on the wall somehow, but no, no. We're just going by the book. Okay, so just need to go to edit events, double click on there, and then okay, so we need to go to tile set B. And then we just need to what next? Create new event, blah blah blah. We're going to insert an event command, so use the insert command, and then show text. Okay, and then the rest of that, so that's what we're going to do. And we'll do keep out. Respect my property. So yeah, this is. So that's what we want this text to show. Okay. There's actually a preview option, I think. Anyway, you got a lot of different stuff there as well, which is pretty good. Okay. So we need to put change arrays, same as characters, just to make sure that it's the same. Yeah, normal and bum, that's fine. We all like normal. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So the last quick one is in, and then you can put graphic of the designer, and then it has all the different stuff there. So let's go. Okay, let's take a look at that. So we go to the in first floor, and then you can look at the advanced. You can see how complex you can make it. So yeah, you got your conditional branch, you got your if else sort of tree. So if this, else that. And then you can start really getting into some really cool stuff, actually. Because then you can sort of trigger stuff. So, like, if this guy's in your party, maybe he says this, maybe he says that. So it's all good. So yeah, so this one here, it's like this has something to do with the this has a lot to do with the side quests that you can create, and we'll go more into that later. But yeah, so it's like a conditional branch. Like if you have something in your package, then they do that. They'll give the text, do the stuff, and then set the flag to yeah. But yeah, the good thing about it is does those quick things that every RPG needs. It does that very quickly, and that's pretty good. Okay, moving on, because we've done that already. We understand that. We can do dialogue. Yeah, I think we've done that already as well. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll put a new NPC into E7, the blacksmith. Put the blacksmith in, and we'll say that he can't serve you anymore. So we'll do that. So one sec. Just trying to remember how to put down a character sprite. Yeah, okay. I've done it. I figured it out. No need to panic. You just need a random dude. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, him. And then we'll show text. Oh, I forgot where I got him from. People 6. Okay. Going from people 6. We only got to people 4. It's fine. That's fine. We just have to choose someone from people 4. Yeah, there we go. Ugh, I like the sprite though. I want to use it again. Oh well. We can change it. Yeah, we can change it. Okay. So we'll go to people 4 as shown. And it's going to be this guy here. And he's going to say, sorry, I am all out of stock today. Please do something. Please help me. Please leave. Please leave. Please leave. And then we can preview it. Yeah, okay. So we'll put this at the second line. Oh, we'll do a trick here. Do a trick. Yes. I'm not sure if it's \s or something else. I just need to. Sorry, I need to check that. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so it's not S, it's more. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Right, is it \/ or /? It is \/ /. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so and then you can have choices, input numbers, do whatever. Like, oh, you need to you need to put in the secret code. You didn't use the secret code, so you won't sell you anything. Just cool, little cool stuff like that, which is interesting. So, and then you can sort of do like yes, no, and then whatever, and then shot processing as well. It has a lot of really, really cool stuff, like already sort of built in, which is super interesting. So this one has like shot processing as well, but we've done that already. Actually, we can take a look at that. Well, what I'm doing, Stiltskin, is I am going through RPG Maker, and I haven't done it in such a long time that I'm going through one of my favourite tutorials for it called Ring of Uridai. So I just thought, might as well do it on stream, because eventually I want to start like just because this is a real cool hobby, like in like sort of designing a sort of game, which is pretty interesting. So I kind of want to do that on stream because I don't know, stand out, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing with this. I have no idea if it's going to work or not, but yeah. So I'm just going through it now and just checking, just see if it works. Anyway, so on the first floor. Oh, well, not even first of all, I'll go to this one here. So he has the shot processing here, and it's basically all the items that you can create, and you can have them sell it and stuff like that, and it's very nice and easy, which is the positive thing about software like RPG Maker. So what we're doing, we're just going through the tutorial and just because I've done this like many years ago. So it's like I'm discovering it for the first time. So I'm just gonna go through it and then see. Yeah. So you got the shot processing, and it's on the contents list, like I just shown, and then you can play test it to do that. But we'll move on. And then you can do like different text boxes. So like you can, which is very needed, because if you have a game where you can name the characters and stuff like that, then you can put in different commands to say, like, no matter what name they put in, they can still say the name and everything, which is always pretty cool. And then change the colour and fonts and stuff. Okay, walking paths, which is pretty good. There's different ones you can do. Ultimate movement, which is fun. Yeah, I've done this all already as well, so if we go to cancel, go to Village East Haven, this kid here, you have him sort of roam around, so his movement's random, speed normal, and then he does it more frequently, and then you can set it to higher, normal, lower, slower, so he barely moves around. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So like it gives, having a bit of movement, of course, gives the map that you're on and that part of the game a little bit more personality, as it's not just a few random people, one settlement. You can do stuff like that, which is pretty interesting. So moving on. So yeah, you can move from that, which is fine. I understand how to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to do a move route for them, just so. Oh, that is probably my package. Excuse me for a moment. Oh, okay, that was a package for me. Okay, now I'm back. So yeah, so basically, besides random movement, you can also, as it says here, set a path for them. Just like, I forget her name. What's her name? Oh, actually, no, I want to know their names. And I won't find out by going to the character generator. I will find out by going to the database. Okay. Julian, Thane, Tanner, Raphael. He's mean, but he's crude, but cool. I think that's how it goes. Sure. Please, someone correct me if that is not the correct way of doing things. So yeah. So this is Thane, and no. Okay, this is the different Thane. Yeah, we got multiple Thanes here. Yeah, we got one Thane for the victory celebration, and then we've got another one that's the real one that's going to exist. So, I have them moving around. I'm trying to look at the control switches. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so this is the event page. I'm starting to figure it out. I'm starting to remember how this works, and that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So, it's this one here. Well, no, that's a race event. So there we go. I think it's a race event based on certain conditions. So you got 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, so this is basically set move route, move towards player, wait 5 frames. Control B, switch on. This is something completely different. Okay, this is the one. This is the one I need. Additional branch, Feign talk. So this is a switch. If you've got any like experience in programming, it should be. It's basically like a lot of switches, if and buts. So one of the switches I made was Feign talk, and yeah. So I'm trying to find out the one where you're first there. So I think a lot of dialogue branches, and then we've got one that's here, and it's like, you're not from East Haven, I can tell. Ventures Guild, time of a quest here. Tells them about the main quest. Tells about the artifact. She's going to stay behind, defend the village, and then after Brenchall it goes Feign talk on. But yeah, okay. So over here is the custom move route, which is what I wanted to show you. So yeah, so basically it's like from the position that she's down in, she'll move down, 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 right, 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 up and left, which is basically in a large square, as you can see here. So she goes all the way down, all the way to the right, up to the left, and then I think I put it as repeat. But I think it goes here, repeat action. So yeah, so just to sort of demonstrate that, I'm going to go back to the blacksmith, and I'm going to have him edit. I'm going to edit the event, have him walk. I'm going to have him go custom, and I'm just going to have him move to the left. Oh, 1 sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're going to go. So we're going to have him move to the right, and then to the left, So he goes 1, 2, 1, 2. That's probably how he's going to do it. So that's what we'll do. Didn't save it. Is it saved? Yeah, it's saved. So yeah. So there's that part there. So we know how to do movement and to move characters, repeat actions and everything. So database, very important. I showed you before. It has all the skills and the items and such. So we're not going to mess around with it at the moment because I've done all that and it's it's not all that interesting. Well, it's super important, but it's not that interesting to show you because it's just basically you're filling in a spreadsheet basically. Necessary, but like not avant-garde, which is pretty cool. So moving on. You can copy it, do item stuff. I'm going to read this all off screen, but I just want to try and keep it as interesting as possible. But I don't know. Armor is basically the same. Skills. Yeah, so if you go to database and skills, because that's interesting. So yeah, so for each of your characters, you can have different skills. Recovery, Flame, Ice, Blizzard, Poison Attack, Dark Attack, Thunder Cry, Battle Rush, Fury, Backstab, and Retreat. And they will learn all the stuff. But this is the super. This is the best. This is the best part right here. Let me show you. It has all the type of all the attributes here, where it's damage to HP, MP, normal attack. You can even put in the attack formula, base defense times 2. It's extremely in depth. It's when people talk about RPG Maker, they always sort of like they do criticize of being basic, and I do agree that you need to add in mainly your own art assets if you're going to use it. But it has such a good system for like really building a game, and I just think it's absolutely brilliant, and it's got a lot of depth to it. It's got a lot of depth, which is so very interesting. Let's have a look. So yeah, so you can put in different skills and attacks and assign them to whoever. I've done that already, and then you can do classes as well. So you got your cleric, your mage, your rogue. You can ignore this one. That's for later. But yeah, you can put in the skills here from the database, and that's how that kind of works. All right, let's see where we go next. And yeah, you can edit experience, experience curves, parameters. You can also you can also choose if the classes can equip special items and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a lot of good stuff in this database. A lot of good stuff. But yeah, this is a big section on that, which I definitely need to read. But we'll wait. Good things come to people who wait. And we'll probably do that next week, Friday. Okay, so you can put nickname, initials, starting equipment, etc., etc. And yeah, actually, I do want to go over this because it's like, it's just a basic story, just to make it, just to make the game more interesting. So, because I want to go over their dialogue and sort of give them a bit of personality as well. Why not? Because it's part of the fun. So in his notes, I'm good. Like I said, this guy is going to be the main character, of course, and you kind of want your main character to be like the player. And I see the player as sort of inquisitive. So I do want this guy to be very like open-minded. So but I'm going to keep very close to the archetypes. He's going to be a sort of like Goku type character where he's I don't know. Oh, I say Goku, but it's like it's I don't know, sort of Conan type character where it's like you wouldn't they're not winning the Nobel Prize, but at the same time they're very um, good moral, good natured, very strong, and just always up for a fight. So I definitely want to do that with him. With Tana, she kind of looks a little bit dour, so just make her sort of cool, more the realist. She can sort of clash with Raphael in terms of like personality. Like he's always sort of like, yeah, let's go do this. She's like, maybe not. So that's pretty fun. Fane, she's got blue hair. Yeah, I don't know. At the moment, she doesn't have much of a personality because she's just like she defends the village and everything. So maybe like give her like a massive ego because she's going to be the main caster. So she's going to be basically the toughest person on the team. So probably make her like super arrogant, but but nice, not go over the top. But it's just the little things. And then Julian, he's the thief character. You find him in the shady town with the calypso music, which I will change. So, but I'm gonna sort of make him sort of like, I don't know, a bit of a rogue type character because yeah, he is a rogue. Maybe a sort of Han Solo influence. Who knows? But yeah, I just thought just bring that up now because that's super interesting to me. And then you can set the initial levels, set the max levels, which I've done. Which I've done. Let me just double check. Yeah, max level 15. Start at level 5, level 3. Yeah, this is actually pretty key because as these guys level up, by the time they get to Fane in the party, they should be all at level 3. By the time they get Julian in the party, they all should be level 5. So that sort of scale up is what they did. Yep. And that's when I was younger, when I was playing Final Fantasy, that's how I would always sort of gauge how much grinding I should do. Because when you get a new person in your party and they're much stronger than you are, you're kind of like, I'm kind of under-leveled. Or, which happened most times, you actually much higher level than they are, so it's like, okay, I can take it easy. I'm super prepared. Yep, you can organise enemies and stuff like that, which I've done. Yep, plenty of enemies. And then you've got special items, which is good. I might well show that off because I'm not gonna get anywhere. I'm gonna have to like finish soon anyway. So, but yeah. So basically, you can set up your encounters and just pretty basic ones like mini bosses, the main boss. Then you got like skeletons. Let's do a new one. Yeah, let's do a new one just to show off, and we'll call it skeleton free. So we're going to add a few skeletons. No, we don't want to go overcomplicated. We don't want to. We don't want to do that. So anyway, so yeah, you can actually do like battle scenes in battle, which is quite interesting. So that's good. You can sort of change who it is and whatever. So yeah, and it shows you how to have like dialogue within the battle. So there's that. Yeah, let me just go. So this is like setting encounters, of course. Yeah, I've actually forgotten how to do that, so let's have a quick look. Okay, so click on the event, play a touch. Okay, so this is yeah, as a test, we'll put a before they get to the next level, we'll put in that counter there. So we'll go to new event, of course, and we'll go to okay, so by touch, as it says there, and then event command, find battle processing. I did see it. There it is. And we will do it as skeleton 2. Okay, there we go. And we created one. Every door. And then actually I should do this at the end as well. And then erase event. Okay. So the reason I put the erase event in there is that after they battle the skeleton, that disappears. So it's not like every single time they step on that square they're going to fight it. So that's something else we're going to have to play test and see if I did that correctly. Play test again. Okay, click on, right click on the map properties of the world map. Oh, we'll do this. Just having a look here. Look to see. Okay, so yeah, so you can do like encounters here. So you can get your slimes, you can get your hornets, got your spiders, all up in here. And then it's sort of like the weight will determine how many of those are slimes. So you get more slimes than anything. Especially if you have like higher ones that do much better experience, you might want to make them less likely to be encountered, stuff like that, so we all understand how to do that. Okay, and then we finally reach cutscenes, but I'm gonna stop here for today. I'm gonna do much more reading up on it so this could go a bit smoother. But when we come back next week Friday, we'll be doing more cutscenes and definitely the playtest I promised. But you're gonna have to do that next time. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.